Hey there amazing people, welcome back to Vivid Sagas. Today, we have an absolutely captivating story in store for you. It's a tale of resilience, cunning, and the unbreakable human spirit. Imagine being trapped for years, with only a glimmer of hope to sustain you. Well, in today's story, we're delving into the life of a woman who endured unimaginable circumstances and then ingeniously plotted her escape. So, if you're ready to be inspired and thrilled, join me in the library and enjoy the story. For 3 long years, Emily had been trapped in the darkness of a hidden cellar, her life stolen from her by a man she could only think of as the captor. On the 5th of October each year, he would descend the creaking wooden stairs and break the silence that enveloped her. She dreaded those visits, the only human contact she had in her underground prison. Year after year, the routine remained the same. He'd approach her, mask concealing his identity, and coldly utter a few words before leaving her alone again. Each interaction was a torment, a stark reminder of the life she had lost. The first year, he'd said, "You're mine now, Emily. You won't escape." The second year, he'd mocked her, "Have you given up hope yet?" But this year was different. Emily had endured enough. She'd clung to a tiny glimmer of hope, and she'd hatched a plan. Emily had observed her captor closely during their encounters. She had noticed that on the anniversary of her capture, he seemed more relaxed, less vigilant. Perhaps he believed she had resigned herself to her fate. Little did he know that Emily's spirit was far from broken. As the 5th of October approached once more, Emily prepared herself for her one chance at escape. She had managed to find a loose nail in the wooden floorboards of her cell, a small piece of metal that she had hidden away. Over time, she had carefully honed it into a makeshift weapon. On the appointed day, Emily lay in the darkness, her heart pounding with anticipation. She had meticulously rehearsed her plan countless times in her mind. When she heard his footsteps approaching, she held her breath and tightened her grip on the improvised weapon. The captor descended the stairs, just as he always did, his footsteps echoing ominously in the confined space. He approached Emily, and the mask barely hid the twisted smile that played upon his lips. "Another year gone by, Emily," he sneered. But this time, Emily was ready. She lunged forward with all the strength she had left, her makeshift weapon connecting with his temple. He let out a muffled cry of surprise and pain before collapsing to the floor, unconscious. Emily didn't waste a second. She scrambled to her feet, her body weak from years of confinement. She snatched the keys from her captor's belt, praying that they would unlock her prison. With trembling hands, she fumbled to find the right key, but finally, she heard the satisfying click of the lock. The door swung open, and Emily stumbled into the dimly lit corridor outside the cellar. Her legs wobbled beneath her as she made her way up the stairs, her heart pounding with fear and determination. She had to escape this house of horrors. As she reached the top of the stairs, she heard a groan from the cellar below. Her captor was beginning to stir. Emily knew she couldn't waste any more time. She burst out of the house into the cool, fresh air of the night, feeling the grass beneath her feet and the wind on her face. She ran as fast as her weakened legs could carry her, not looking back, not daring to think of what horrors might still await her. For Emily, the world outside was a terrifying and unfamiliar place, but it was also a place of freedom and hope. She knew she had a long journey ahead, both physically and emotionally, but she was determined to reclaim her life. As the first rays of dawn broke over the horizon, Emily kept running, leaving behind the cellar that had held her captive for far too long. She was no longer the woman who had been taken from her home 3 years ago. She was a survivor, and she would find her way back to the life that had been stolen from her, no matter how long it took. I hope you enjoyed this tale as much as we did bringing it to you. If you found this video entertaining, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends who love a good story. Stay tuned for our next great adventure, as we have more exciting narratives coming your way. Hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you'll be the first to know when our next story unfolds. Thank you for being a part of our storytelling community. Until next time, keep your imagination alive, and remember that the best stories are yet to come.